Hi everyone, with you Elena Litvinova. In this video we will create with you a gallery using React.js, TypeScript. Also for build our project we will use Vite and deploy on Vercel. Let's look what we will create. How you'll see, it's called Wolf Gallery. Why Wolf Gallery? Let me introduce to you a small story. So on my job I was suggested to visit this hotel because people think that I really like wolves, because for example I have a picture here with wolves, so might be, I don't know. First of all, when I look on this website, I really was so interested around layouts, how everything built, typography, photos, and how information showed here. And I really fall in love in this website. Everything's so, I don't know, so not only beautiful and so cool for your eyes, but so accurate, so clear. Of course, there are some bugs which we can find here. For example, when I send it into my Russian group, people just try to find where we have bugs and etc. But let's look what we have here. And I also fall in love with some functionality which we have. For example, this gallery, so cute. Unfortunately, here it's not work a lot of some things. For example, I expect that I can click here, but anyway, it is amazing. And also different tabs and how it works with animation stuffs. In my past, I worked a lot with sites like that, actually. And yeah, I just fall in love. So I decided to create a gallery like this one, because it's quite easy. There are just two buttons. It just transition effect on photos and small preview gallery at the bottom. Why not? This is interesting. I decided to use React, TypeScript, things which I using in my job for current development and what I have now. So I call it Wolf Gallery because I was borrow this idea from this website with a hotel with wolves. So, and what we have now? We have main image, buttons. Also, I a little changed the style of this gallery. I added here some rounds and used another icons from further icon if you are interested. Also, I used my own photos which was made in Norway and we're origin from Russia. If we click here, we see transition effects. All transition and animation syncs also with this part I wrote by my own without using any additional library in React, because I like to play with animation, and in this lesson we will do that as well. I added some additional effects. For example, if we click on photo, we can go on the photo which we see here. I think it is quite expectable behavioral. And we have the gallery like that. Also, we will care about upload the photos. We will minify photos as well. We will do everything the best way. In this video, we will create this gallery and also we will deploy it on Vercel. I'm sure that this will be definitely interesting lesson. Not forget to subscribe on my channel, press bell icon and go to create this amazing stuff. Okay, we have fully empty with code. First of all, let's create a folder. We want to use white tool, front-end tooling. Sorry. Okay, white. Start, getting started. Okay, npm create and use this command. We call it Wolf Gallery YouTube. Go. We will use React, TypeScript, and that's it. And next, go to this folder, npm install, npm run dev, and we have this project which we can see on this board. Let's check. So now we can see white plus React. Can click here and see numbers. Really quite cool builder. Actually, we will use Vercel here and for deploying this project. There are a lot of different methods for deploy. I really like white, wheat from French language. It's right to pronounce. But I'm not recommend to use it for commercial products, especially if you have some simple products. It's okay, but I'm not super like instruments which have quite a lot of magic behind of it, so I'm not recommend use it for commercial products, just to mention. So go next. We have white, and let's open our project here. I need to go to downloads, Wolf Gallery, YouTube, and we have this. How you can see, we have application, TS6, index CSS, main TS6, and etc. This thing we remove is here just because we will have double render here if you not remove this strict, and that's it. Okay, we remove this part. We need to actually prepare our document. I also remove some stuff here, because some files here, because we don't need it. We need up to 6, but we don't need this file as well. Move to trash. Also, what we need next, assets. We don't need assets here. We will put our photos, all information here in public folder. And also I need to add styles here, new folder, styles. We will use here index CSS and reset CSS, new file, index CSS, new file, reset CSS. I usually always like to use reset CSS just because to prepare our layout and clean everything. I don't know how usually people now prefer to work, but I always use these styles as well. We have in up to 6, we render everything in root element, which is in document. So we need to prepare some information, some styles for the root. I decided to make it 900 pixels and centralize. So I have an index, it's actually global index CSS, and put here the styles like that. Max width 900 pixels, margin we centralize it, and padding to rem, text align center. And everything of it, I suggest we can import. Actually, we should to import it here. So we can remove here React, don't need. We import here our styles, but we need to import it from styles. And before we need to import reset CSS. This is important. Well, and here I also remove this part, 1, 2, 3, just feature gallery. Let's call it like that. And yeah, looks, we remove your state here, we don't need it. Actually, we also can create our functional component little different way, just like a variable, and return here. We will not use any scene additional here, we will do like that. We don't need app CSS here, we don't need white logo, actually we don't need anything here. Save index CSS style, which we import in main TS6, where we render our application. In application we have this content. So let's check what we have now. If I go on localhost 5173, I am able to see feature gallery here. What's next? We made some preparation. Next we need images, and I also copy them from already. I already everything to prepare what I can do, because in other case the development could take more time, and because I prepared the example before. We put here our photos. Okay, I have public photos folder. I want to put it here, Wolf Gallery, YouTube, public, and put it here. Why this SVG I left? Because we use it for file icon, how I see, and that's okay. Let's write SVG, but here let's call it Wolf Gallery with Bevel art. Okay, and we have photos here. I prepared some images which have large size. Let's go to the folder. This is large images. They are, I think, 1500 pixels on 750 pixels. Quite large. It's enough for this size, 900 pixels. But maybe if you will make this gallery for larger screens, you need better pictures. But now they're quite clear, and I have Retina display, and everything is okay. And also I prepared preview, which is small, as they actually have size around 300 pixels, just because each photos here will be 154 pixels, and I doubled just this size and created small pictures. Also for minify these images, I used tiny PNG. This is an amazing tool for minify your photos, and you always should compress your photos about PNG, JPEG, WebP, and etc. Because we work with web and we want to save internet for our users, and also we want that our website works as fast as it possible, yes? Because of it, we always try to minify large content, and photos, it's actually really large content for any websites. Prepare these photos, everything is here. What next we should do? We will create with you a component, which is Wolf Gallery. We write with you on React. And how we will create this gallery? We will use component approach. We will separate some things which looks like an independent component. For example, here I see TransitionPhoto, main photo. It's like additional separated component. I also see navigation, like an additional component, and I also see a small preview gallery on the bottom. And all of these small pieces gave at the end for us the whole gallery. Let's try to create this. First of all, let's create a file, Wolf Gallery, index.tsx. We now doing just preparation. And new file, index module as CSS. We use the construction like that from white, because we will use SCSS with modules. What we will have in index SCSS, we just will try to export our, not in CSS, we'll just try to export our Wolf Gallery. Yes, and it will look like that. Return div my Wolf Gallery. Also, we should write here some props. Interface, because we use in TypeScript, we use the thing. Okay, and here will be our props for this gallery. My Wolf Gallery. And what we can do here, we can import this gallery and render it. Import Wolf Gallery from /Wolf Gallery, and let's render it. My Wolf Gallery currently is rendered. What next we should do? Okay, we have application. We have Wolf Gallery. We can use this gallery in a lot of different places. A lot of Wolf galleries can be on our website. Because of that, it have to be quite unique component, so we will be able to pass here information around photos and etc. and etc. But the main important information is photos. And we will use just array here. Which information about photos we want to have on our gallery? Actually, information about photos, it is source on large image, source on preview, description for alt attribute, and ID, index, which we also can use for render. It's quite helpful. So let's create the array like that. So we will have ID 1, for example, as our source, photos 1 JPEG, and preview the same. We use route like that. It means that we go to public folder and we open photos 1 JPEG. It is large photo. Preview, it is small photo. And also we need description. Description. This is just Norway 1. Better to use normal description because of that. If you create a production gallery, I recommend you to use normal description. Also, I copy already some code just because I'm slightly lazy to write everything by down, but you should do right. So we have here second photo, Norway 2. It's actually second photo, not Norway, where region, and down Staritsa. I don't know how it pronounced here. No, okay, normal. And we pass in our Wolf gallery photos, which have format like that. We should to describe here interface with photos. It will be an array, and we will soon create an interface, normal interface without any. It's really bad behavioral now. But I just want to prepare some components, and after it we return to it. Here how you can see, highlight was removed. Okay, and we have Wolf gallery, we have photos. And also I want to create some components which we'll use in this gallery, like a constructor. So it is navigation, it is preview gallery, new folder, preview gallery. It is transition photo. Yes, and that's it. In each folder we will have, in navigation we also will have some images with arrow left and arrow right icons on SVG. I prepared it with Illustrator, and use it first the icon, this library with icons. You can use it for free for your commercial products. It's really an amazing library with a lot of different icons. Actually, there are not icons like I use here, just arrows. Because of it, I slightly transform them, remove this line, and actually I got what I needed, and yeah, that's it. Also, let's create here index.tsx file as well, and also index module as CSS. We need the same files everywhere, but let's create firstly for navigation what we have. Export const navigation. We need to create something. Again, I try to create an index module CSS. So we need to create something div navigation and navigation props interface. Okay, cool. After it, let me please to copy these files here, but here we will have transition photo props, transition photo. Yes, and here we have preview gallery. Here it is preview gallery. We use these props, preview gallery and preview gallery. After it, we need to import these components here. Import navigation from /navigation from also let's put here preview gallery and also TransitionPhoto and how we use them. It will be our gallery. We will add a lot, not super a lot, but we will add some styles later, but it will look somehow like that. So this is our common component, and we will manipulate these small things, smaller components, and create the final layout for our Wolf gallery. Let's check what we have for now. TransitionPhoto, navigation, preview photo. And I think that just only one thing which I want to add before I deploy it on GitHub, and you will be able to start this project because I put here some pictures, and so you will not to prepare them and just to concentrate on creating the gallery. I push it to GitHub and you will be able to start with me because I believe it's very important. Before, I just want to change this type any. I create types ts file, and here I will have this interface photo which has numbers, source, preview and description. All these properties important. We don't have question mark anywhere. This is global file for us, so we will be able to use it in different components without create again and again this. I just import it here. Import photo from /types and I put it here. You shouldn't use any for types because it's quite bad practice. I have several lessons around TypeScript, and if you're curious, please watch. This is really amazing lessons. I tried to gather the most important information and to explain it the easiest way which I could do. Okay, we have photos. Let's check everything is okay, and also console that we don't have any error here, just to check. Yeah, we don't have. So TransitionPhoto, everything is okay. For now, I need to go to my GitHub account and create an additional repository which is owner me, of course, Wolf Gallery YouTube. Start description, it will be public, and create repository, and let's do git init, git stat, git that, git commit, preparation step, and git remote this one, and git push origin master. Wait for a couple seconds, reload, and yeah, we have this project here, and you can use it. Just download and you will be able to see all photos here and go through next steps. Also, I saved and pushed, I forget to save these files, and I pushed it on GitHub as well, so you will be able to start with me from some prepared material. So go next. What we should do next? Here everything is ready, to be honest. Also, if for example you want to add more properties, I don't know, transition time, show navigation, or what we have, show preview, and etc. and etc. Everything it's cool to put through properties, yes, and pass in the main component. And this made your gallery more flexible, but for now we just write gallery and we will pass just only photos, and we will think about this gallery about like, okay, the only props which we have, this is photos. Okay, first of all, what we should do, here we have our photos, yes. And if we don't have photos, it means if, for example, escape, if we don't have photos length, we return null. Yes. Another case, we return our gallery. Also, let's try to pass information in our components which we have. For example, we have component transition photo, and we will write it, we also will pass all photos there. And because we will work with transition photos and how you can understand, when we go to next photo, we transport one photo and open second one with animation effect. And because of it, we need not just only one photo, we need several photos, at least previous and next one. But we will work with the whole array in this transition effect. But not worries, we will not upload all photos on the first upload to save the internet for our users. So here we will have photos, pass all photos information. Also we will pass index active photo. We need it definitely. For that we will use state index active photo and set index active photo. We will use state and first photo which will be active, it is 0. Also this active photo, also it's possible to pass through properties. So for example, if you want to start your gallery not from 0, for example for a second photo, 0 because we have array and all indexes in array start from 0. So what I wanted to import useState, import useState from React and types, and here's useState. Also I need, okay, that's okay. And so here we need to pass transition photo, we need index active photo, also to pass somehow to show it, yes, we need to pass this thing, and also we need to pass class name. So we will have own styles in transition photo, but this class name will be about current component. So we will move our transition photo for this component as we need to. Before we need to put here class name as well. It will be style wall of gallery. For that we need to import styles. Import style from /index module SCSS. We have style here, wall of gallery, and photos. Okay, we passed it. Class name, it will be wall of gallery transition photo. Yes. And in style we also need to put this. Because we use SCSS, we can use ampersand for showing other components. Okay, I close it. I don't save anything here. So this part I also not save. Oh, sorry, I just close all files because there are so many open files. I don't like that. I need to clear space for working. Clear that. Clear that. Okay. Yeah. And here I put TransitionPhoto. This ampersand means that in your browser will generate the whole class like that. Yeah, it's CSS. Okay, save here for now. Okay, this is about TransitionPhoto. All information which we need here. What is about navigation? What we need about navigation? We also need class name. But here it will be navigation. Actually, I just need to say that I use block element modifier class names. Maybe you heard about it. It is BAME. It was created by Yandex, this approach. It's not super block element and modifier, but it's quite similar. I use common class Wolf Gallery, and after it I also add some additional information here, like TransitionPhoto, navigation. So when I will look at HTML, I always be sure, okay, this information is about Wolf Gallery. I can find it in this file. And also we will use modulus here. It means that we in HTML we will see hashes. Hashes, yeah, I think it's called like that. Okay, navigation. What have navigation? Class name. Also, it have sometimes disabled behavioral. All behavioral we will set from the parent component. So disabled pref will pass from there. It means that there is no pref photo. Disabled next. It means that there is no next photo. Let's describe what is pref photo, what is next photo. Pref photo, it is photos index -1, next photo, it is index +1. Yep. It is pref and next photo. If, for example, we don't have pref or next photo, we will have here undefined, and it will true. Because of it, we put here this symbol. Okay, on pref click. Also, we need to pass here callbacks for our navigation on pref click and on next click. On next click. And here we what need to do when we on pref click, we need to use set index active photo actually to change set index active photo -1, set index active photo +1. I also should to say that we can't click if, for example, there is no previous photo, because how you remember we disabled this button and we can't click. Because of that, always previous photo will be. So this is props which we need to pass in our navigation. Also, what we have, it is preview gallery. It is this small gallery, actually. So what we have here, we have the array from all photos. So yeah, we should pass all photos. Yes. Also, we should to pass index active photo as well. From this and this information, we will be able to understand numbers, these numbers. And we also need to pass function for set new photo. This callback, just pass it like that. And also we need a class name, of course. Wolf Gallery preview list. So be super consistent. We can put all class name at the beginning. So to be clear, I think. Okay, this information which we have, And for now, I suggest to go through all these components and to describe this information in each component. Okay, go firstly in transition component. Here we can have class names. Because we have class name in a lot of different, in all of our components, I suggest to create common interface, which we will extend. So export interface common class props, which will have class name string, and we will export it, for example, extends common class props. I'm not sure that it will import automatically. Because of that, just need to do this thing. And also I think we need here photo as well. And okay, let's describe interfaces. Here we have class name, we have photos, which is photo array. We also have index active photo, which is just number, and that's it. And we can pass it here, photos and index active number. Okay, cool. Next thing, navigation. When we go to navigation, we should extend from common class props, which we also should to import from types. This I close for now. Okay. From types, photo we don't need here. And about navigation, we have disabled pref, disabled next, on pref click, on next click. If you go here, and this will be types, these types, disabled pref. It's not required, but it is Boolean. On pref and on next click, and let's also put it here, pass into the function. Disabled next, on pref click, on next click, and also class name as well. Yes, and here, okay, and class name we should to pass here as well, class name. Yeah, super. Close all this information. We have navigation. We passed everything here. Now preview gallery. What we have for preview gallery, we have class name, index active photo, photos. Where is preview gallery? Okay, we also need to do the same. Put it here. We need to extend from this. We need to pass index active photo. Okay, give me a second. Just pass this information here. Photo, active photo index, but it's called not like that. It's called like that. And here we need to photos, index active photo, and set new photo. Yes. This is callback, which have pass ID inside with number, and this is void because we passed here set index active photo, which need actually our number index active photo. So we passed all arguments, and now we can start to create our components step by step. For now, what we have errors. Oh, we have errors. SAS not found. Did you install it? We need this command and npm run dev. And now it works. Sorry, but now it works. Not super works actually. We have here. Oh, if photos lengths, if no photos lengths, so everything is okay. We fixed all bugs, we can continue. Let's start from transition photo. I close everything, transition photo. We will write transition a little later. It's means this transition behavioral, but now we start from generating this component, to be honest, and to show it somehow. Okay, let's start. First of all, I need definitely return here and return use memo. Oh no, use memo is later, sorry guys. So we should pass div element, and here we just generate all our, actually here we will have class name, class name, which is class style transition photo, and class name. For putting here a lot of different class, import, I use special library class names, index model SCSS, and let's install it as well. npm class names save and run dev. Import from class names, and here we also will have actually we should go through all photos, map photo ID, and just generate image tag, which will be k is equal option photo ID, class name is style transition photo image, data active is ID is equal index active photo, src photo src, load in lazy we'll put, and let's now without lazy loading, I will show you difference. Alt photo description. So we will cover all information which we have in image tag. Data active, okay, data active we will use a little later. Let's not look on it now. Source and alt. All information, almost all information from the photo which we have. Source, it's large image, and description for our alt, and ID as well for key, because we use React. And let's check what we have now from our transition components. Actually, we have all photos we show now. We need to create a little smaller and just with only one photo. I generated all photos in HTML just because we will create transition photo, but I will cover the situation that we will not upload all photos. But before, let's create index model SCSS. We'll put here this part. Inside of it, we will put image, and how we will create styles for it. So we have transition photo. We put here position relative. This is container. We will use width and padding bottom. We want to have flexible container because we will have percentage in padding bottom. Also, I decided to put background on this container, and border radius and overflow hidden. Actually, here we created our container. I can display none here. Put, and what we have container which for photo it is like that. If we, for example, resize our browser, our container have right proportions. Display none for images, but let's look here. If we have display none for images, we anyway upload all of them. If we put here loading lazy, we will not upload all of them because display none, because of it we not upload them. That's really good for us. I put lazy here. And what next we should to do? Let's remove display none for now, but we should to do all images position absolute and show. Position absolute, top 0, left 0, width 100%, height 100%, object feed cover, border radius we actually can remove it because we have here border radius and overflow hidden. Z-index, okay, second, display none for everyone. We also put transition, we will play with CSS animation, and opacity in 0. For now, I just add image active. We will change it later. And for image active, we just put display block and opacity 0. And here just I will add additional class. If index photo ID is equal ID, we show additional class. Active. Done. So we created our component, which is quite good. Yeah, and show our needed result. Go next. Next, what I need to create, it is navigation component, and how we will do that. So we actually watch from navigation. We have 2 buttons, and that's it. Let's create 2 buttons. What I can say here. So I just copy. To be honest, 1 button copy. So for buttons, we have first of all disabled prev, class name, also use class, we will use class name navigation, style navigation, as here it will be class name navigation button and button left for icon, and callback with prev click, and previous which is for our screen reader navigation. It's actually useful. Also second button, here we'll have next, we'll have style right here, disable next click, and I think that's it. We need to import our styles here as well, and class name as well, our library. So now there is no mistakes here. Also we should do pass class name here. Opa. So we use everything, there is no one error here. Reload, oh not this reload. We can see 2 buttons, and now we need to create styles for it, of course. And we should go navigation styles. And what we have for navigation, first of all, let me please do for wall gallery background black. Just you will be able to see everything here. And first of all, we create navigation with some styles. I close this, I have this. So navigation, we have this class, we put background which is quite light white. because we have it here. Yes, transparent white, border radius with 5 pixels, padding 5 pixels, display flags, and gap between buttons 5 pixels. So everything of it. Next, what we should do, we should to pick up button, and inside of it, button is just actually each of these buttons. We have min width 45 pixels, display block, because by default it's inline. If I not change anything and I have no mistakes, height 45, border remove, padding 0, background put by default left arrow, background color as well, which is this color. Text indent, we move our text outside. Background size 52 pixels because we use this icon as background. Transition opacity 0303. Cursor pointer, because by default, I don't know why it is default. It is, we should see here pointer. And border radius 5 pixels. Save. Also, I just check this part. I'm not sure that I explained you everything here, but also we put here object fit cover, so our images always have right proportions. Actually, they will have even without it, because I cropped photographs right way. But anyway, if there is any mistake, it's really good to put this property. Just mentioned it here. And let's check text indent, background size, transition, cursor, and border radius. Let's check what we have now. So we have two buttons, super large container, because we have to have inline flex. Yes, now it's better. We should to change right background like that, but not here actually. It's everything in bottom. So left, right. Also, we need hover effect, opacity. Hover effect, opacity. Yes. Also, we need disabled. Let's also put disable background color transparent, cursor default, opacity 0.5, and hover also 0.5 because it will use this behavioral. So what we have, disabled and active button. Our navigation component is ready. So close everything of it. And what next? I need to remove background black here. Okay, go to preview gallery. What we have for preview gallery? We have container actually. If we go to styles, how it's created, we have here container. Where is preview? Container with overflow hidden, and inside of it we have all a list with all items, and we just move it like that, you know, like you open some space for showing information, and you just move this line and show part of this information. It's super easy to create this thing, to be honest. There is no secrets here. And let's try do that. So what we should do here? First of all, preview gallery. If there is not photos length, we return. If we have photos length, we not return. Yeah. Inside of it, we return our div, and we have preview gallery. We also have class name here, which is class and style preview gallery, class name, and we need to import it as well. We remember that we have extends from common class props. We have class name here. We have import from class names. We have style. We also need to import it from styles. Here, yep. Which components we have here? List and this cover, which is on the top. And also we have this container. Yes. Which only able to show our 3 photos. Everything super easy, people, very easy. And class name is equal style preview gallery cover. Which information we should show here? Active photo and how much photos we have. How we calculate it? Super easy. +1 divide on photos length. Yep. And also we need to have here list of photos, which is all. We have here class name, style, preview, gallery track. Inside of it we have a photos map, and we will create here buttons, so we will be able to click on the photo and to change. We need to create buttons here. Yes, just copy. So we go through all our photos, create a button. We pass on click, we call this function, pass the index here. We have key, photo ID, class name, which we decided to put all the time on the top. Not sure that everywhere I super consistent. And this here. We use for each images preview and description, and we generate our buttons. Preview gallery, so white highlight. Oh, sorry, I forget to pass here now. Now it's better. Reload. So we have all our buttons images. And index CSS transition photo. Here I just only need to check navigation. Yeah, just to also cover on click we pass on pref click, on click we pass on next click. Yeah, forget to cover this. So let's try to create styles for that. All navigation and behavioral we will create also a little later, but before let's create styles. We'll do everything step by step. So if you go here, you see that okay, each photograph 154 pixels. Here we have space in 10 pixels. So 154 multiply 3 plus 10 plus 10, and also plus 10. Here's 5 and here's 5 plus 10. We have 492 pixels. It means that for preview gallery we have 492 pixels. Also overflow hidden, as is our container, and position related. Preview track will not be actually position absolute, but might be this is not important. Our track element, I mean this gallery track, will be position relative. Left 164 pixels, display flex, white space no wrap, so all our photos will be like a line. And transform 0.5 easy out animation. We will use transform for moving it, and we put it left 164 pixels. What it means? It means 154 plus 10. This 5 and this 5, and we just a little put it is our first position. I use position relative, not position absolute here, because I not pass here height, and I decided, yeah, not do height here. Let's check what we have actually now. We have our left position, and actually we already have a list of elements. Oh, I forgot to put here Lee. Oh, sorry, how I did this list. Lee. Yeah, now it's right at least. Okay, we have here several elements and a track like that. Go next. After it, we need to work with preview. And here we have min width 154, how I said, because here we have display flex and we should to use min height. We have margin for all of them, 5 pixels from all the whole form. We have display inline block and height 80 pixels. We have background for all photos, light this color. We have border, radius, overflow, hidden, border, none, everything of it, just clear our styles, cursor pointer of course, and transition opacity .0, and on hover we made it opacity 0.7. So when you look on these photos, it's actually look awful. I know, I need to fix images. Now we see button, 5 pixels margin, and inside of it we have image. We just need to say this image with 100, height 100, and yeah, we have this thing. We hover, we see this transition effect as well. And also, actually, what we should do with images, not only this scene, we also should display block and object fit cover. Next thing which we should do, create layout for what? For this cover. It is height 100%. Oh, this is position absolute. Because of it, we have position relative here. So, and for cover, we have this height 100%, position absolute, that index 2, so it will be up on our gallery. With 164, it's 154 plus 10. Background, which is almost white. Left 50%, just centralize this thing. Left top 0, transform, translate minus 50. Border radius 5 pixels, display flex, align items center, justify content center, and font 24 pixels Georgia. Yeah, and it is ready. But for now, our preview gallery is not centered, and we need actually our gallery, I mean layout for our gallery is almost ready. Of course, we need to move our elements, and we will do it now, and after it we need to make it works. So, but before, let's fix the whole layout, which is here. So we have class Wolf Gallery and TransitionPhoto. Actually, with TransitionPhoto, I have no problems, to be honest. Okay, first of all, what I want to do for Wolf Gallery is put here user select none, just because I don't want that this is part could be selected. If you check, for example, reload, I don't want this thing because user select none. I want on transition photo, I think margin bottom. Let's 5 pixels. Preview list. I just check. We have preview list, gallery, navigation, transition photo, navigation, and preview list. Preview list, we need to margin 0 auto. We need to centralize it. For container, do we have here container? Yeah. To put navigation on the top main photo, we need to create additional element, which is container here. Wolf gallery container. And in this container, it will be position relative. On navigation, we should put position absolute, bottom 10 pixels. If you look at it, 10 pixels. And also centralize it. And that index 3, sorry. And let's check what we have. Actually, everything is quite good. Transition for, I actually prefer make margin bottom not here, but here. And yes, because 5 pixels, because we have already 5 pixels from preview gallery, and we have a perfect proportion everywhere. And I think, yeah, actually we did everything. If we look navigation, preview, everything is, I mean, layout is ready, and now we should do that it works. Actually, some parts already works. For example, images change without transition yet, and this thing is not moving. Let's firstly, I will do animation for our preview gallery. Actually, when I click here, it doesn't work. It might be work, actually. Okay, let's fix our preview gallery. So for preview gallery, how we can move our all? I decided to use memo and ref and work with clear HTML and just change CSS styles with transform and just move it. I decided to do it like that, and let's try do that. Okay, use memo. And here we have this. We have use memo here. From React. We have use memo here. And we will not pass any params here. I just want to save this HTML element and not change at all, and just moving, so the animation will be on the same element, I hope. And yeah, we will create a user ref container for this thing. We pass this preview container here, a ref, and we will move it with use effect, and we will move it when our index active element change. Yes, so we will be able to use it like that. If there is no preview container current, we should return. In other case, we go to our style, preview container current style, transform, translate 3D. Actually 3D is really better to use because we have third coordinate here, and your element put on additional layer, and we should to pass here index active photo, multiply on 164 because we have image 154 plus 5 and 5 pixels, it means that 164, and this part, and that's it. Okay, cool. And now it works. The only problem with main image, we will fix it now, but let's now concentrate on preview gallery. Actually it works very smoothly. I think it's quite smoothly, but actually I see some steps here, some flower. It's not perfect, but okay, let's left like that, because when I try to go into details we never stop. Our images change. If I click on prefer next, it change. That's cool. Oh, we created this part. Oh, super. Oh, we did it. Just imagine, it's almost worked. Now we need to create transition photo. Transition. This component is fully ready. Yes, I think so. It's fully ready. Last thing which we should to do, it is transition. Oh, actually, let's check also navigation. You see that disabled, everything works perfect and right. Last thing about transition. How works with transition for main photo? I was thinking how to do that. There are actually a lot of different libraries which you can use, but I didn't want to use libraries just because I really like to understand how it works without it. I wanted to use CSS animation, not JavaScript animation, because here it's not needed. We just need to use opacity transition and to play with it. And I decided to generate all photos, so we will be able, because when we change our photos, we at the same time hide one photos and show next one. It also means that we should to prepare previous and next photos. So if we click on this button, next photo will be already prepared and downloaded. Everything of it we should do. I decided to create a mechanism like next, you will see soon. And let's try. First of all, I put all of it in use memo. So this component will not be regenerate. Actually, it's need to check. I'm not remember that I exactly checked, but if you're interested in use memo, use callback, how right to use them, you can watch one of my videos which I created before. Amazing videos. We will put use memo here with empty array, so we save this component in HTML. Also, I decided to put on container ref on div container, and I will change transition with some rules. Ref, container ref, and we need to import here use ref. And rules which I will change here, I decided to add special attribute data active, and it active if ID is equal index. And also this thing data active will be not only true or false, also it will have a state preparing or prepare. And I remove style, this style for active photo here, because all this behavioral we will manage outside. Actually, we don't need even put it here because we will render outside, manage showing and not showing outside. Actually, how I want to resolve this thing, just operate this data active thing, and with CSS just play. We have transition opacity 0, display none by default. If we have image data active true, we have display block and opacity 1. If we have data active prepared, we have just only display block. And also I put that index here 3, just active image was always on top. If it prepare its display block, it means that we can use opacity really right way. And everything next we just need to manage with clear JavaScript. For that I decided to use layout effect. It means that this effect will call before HTML will be ready, before render, I think. So it will change when we have index active photo. And also I need manipulate current photo because I save some state which is pref active photo, and here I need to put okay, how I work here. First of all, I need to find active photo. I prepare here a special function, get photo by ref, container ref, and pref active photo. It is current active photo, and we will change it with it. Get element active photo. I use it function like that. So it is just query selector images integer child by index +1. That's it, super easy. To be honest, actually I can use here just this thing and remove this. Get photo by ref. We use here. Inside of it, we also need next active photo. We created the function just because we use next active photo. It is index active photo. We need 2 photo, which is pref and next. First photo is active photo. After it, if pref active index photo not equal current index active photo, we should do hide photo, which is active, this one. Yes, and show photo, which is next. In other case, if it's equal, we just need to show photo, active photo, and that's it. Also, we can just check if dot current no return. So, and what's left to write for us, it is hide and show photo. Just 2 functions, hide and show, and show photo. And what we have in hide and show photo, they are almost the same, to be honest. For hide photo, we have if not element return. For show photo, the same. If there is no element return, it can be not exist. After it, we should work with this data attribute active. For hide photo, we should save that active for this element, it is false. For show photo, we should say that this is true. Yes, and also we need to work with siblings a little, but before, let's check what we have now. Oop. Everything is broken. Okay, show photo is not defined. Why? Oh, show photo. And each child list should have unique key, preview gallery. Preview gallery. Oh, I forget. here to have, oh, sorry, I not moved it. Only element. Why I put it? Okay, it was just only one button. Fix bugs. Okay, here we'll remove. We don't have any problems anymore. And now we click and almost changed. We need to write what we need to write next. Almost works. So we have active for show element, for hide element. We should log true, index opacity. Okay, here's true, here's false. Where I set, oh yeah, of course, I forget to set a new index. When we hide and show photos, we need to set pref active index photo to true. I change our actually active photo, and now it should work. It without animation yet. We will fix it soon. Just because we don't have prepared a state when we make display block, and we need to add it. So we need to edit it for sibling. Next to previous, show photo. I put these two conditions. Element previous sibling. It means we have this element, for example, of active. We found previous, yes, previous this element sibling. And for show photo, we put data set active prepared state. So we will be able to put here display block. Let's check. Now it have to work already. You see our transition effect works. And also, because in HTML now we will have a body with image, you see prepared, and we click and they change on prepared. And I decided when we hide photo, I remove prepared, just put it false, active is false. And in that case, we will have, when we change with our wall gallery, when we change, you see how it changed. Prepare just only siblings, close siblings, false, false, and it go like that. We go back, it go back. You see? So I also put here TypeScript ignore just because sibling don't have data set child node, but it have, and I'm not super understand why. Understood why and decided to put TypeScript ignore. And okay, we have gallery like that, which just works. And this gallery I wrote by my own. All content which you see here, it is author content by Elena Litvinova. And also what I wanted to show you, look at it. We on the first photo, second one is prepared, go to network, reload again, and what we can see here, all previews, which is small photographs, is upload, it is preview, and 2 photographs, which is large, also upload, but not all of them, because we have display node and lazy, loading lazy. When I click on next photo, you see third photo is upload as well. If I click on fourth, also upload. If we upload, if we have uploaded all photos, we not upload anymore when we go back, and our animation is quite cool. I reload. If I, for example, will try to click fast, look that it quite good, works quite good. And yes, so our gallery is finished, it's ready, and now what's left for us, it is deploy our project because it's part of our lesson, and you will be able to share this gallery and say, oh, look at it, I created it with Webinar, subscribe on this channel, because this woman, Elena Litvinova, creates really cool content for her subscribers. Go on deploy part. With deploy part, we should create an additional repository. I don't want to pass everything into previous one, and I create new repository, Wolf Gallery YouTube final. It will be private. Try to create this gallery with your own. Create repository, and after it I need rm.rf.git, git init, git add, no, don't need git add me, git tag, git add, git commit, final gallery, add remote, git push master. Okay, that's it. And we need to go to white and deploy it. Vercel. For deploy, you need to install Vercel by global. I did it, and next thing, Vercel deploy, I think. So we will use, yep. Which scope? Okay. Link to exist project. No. Yes. Is this yes? Wide build, wide port. No. Everything is the same. Our build create in this directory. Everything is right. We can look on our package JSON. We have script dev, which is start, run, and build. It is TypeScript and white build and white preview. It's interesting. What is white preview? But okay, go next. Okay, our project is deployed. Let's try to click and go. Actually, not super cool that we see description here, but okay. So we have our gallery, and it works. I open it in Safari. We can click here, change right way. Yes, and just several commands and everything works because of it. To use white, sometimes width. No, it's right to pronounce. It's really so easy. Just one command, really, and it deployed, and we have it in the internet. You can send it to your friends and everyone and say, look at it, I did it. Okay, cool. We finished this part. So also I wanted to show you npm run build, how it looks like, because we now started TypeScript and React, but usually when you pass everything into the real website in production, you should to build everything. So we have here HTML, favicon, all our photos which we had from public and cancel, and assets. It is our icons which we had in navigation, index JavaScript which is uglified, and CSS as well. Everything is uglified, minified, and ready for production. And yep, and if you look, for example, if you go on this website in Google Chrome, I actually really love this browser. What we be able to see, we will be able to see here our gallery. Everything is ready. By the way, we use modulus because we have this hash. If we go to network, all images, if we have JavaScript, what we upload here, let's go to, I think, sources, assets, which we have here. Actually, I like that Google Chrome even tried to make it better for you. We have styles here, we have icons, we have photos, yes, and everything we have here. Okay. Okay, people, subscribers, people who study programming and want to be the best. So I hope that this video was very helpful for you. And of course, not forget to subscribe on this channel, press bell icon, like button, and subscribe on my Twitter, LinkedIn, and other social networks which you can find in the cover of my channel. And see you in next videos with your Elena Litvinova. Bye bye.